Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling self-determination theory. You might see it as SDT.
Right.
Our sources really give us a solid look into this framework, for understanding what truly gets us going.
Yeah, what motivates us.
So our mission today, let's pull out the key insights, the real core of it, and see how it actually applies to, well, to your life.
Exactly. We want to get past the jargon and find the practical stuff. What SDT tells us about motivation day to day.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. SDT really hinges on three core psychological needs. Am I right? Autonomy, competence, and relatedness.
That's it. Those are the big three.
So autonomy, that's about feeling like you're sort of in charge, like you have a say in what you do.
Precisely. It's that feeling of choice, of volition. You're endorsing your own actions, not just being pushed around.
Okay. And competence, that sounds like feeling capable.
Yeah, feeling effective, like you can meet challenges, learn new things, master skills. Think about, finally getting the hang of something difficult. That's satisfaction. That's competence.
Got it. And the third one, relatedness, that's about connection, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Feeling connected to others, care for, like you belong. It's that social need we all have.
And SDT argues these aren't just nice extras. They're essential for psychological health, for growth.
Absolutely fundamental. And when these needs are met, that's when you see intrinsic motivation really spark.
Ah, okay, intrinsic versus extrinsic. So intrinsic is doing something just because you enjoy it.
Exactly. The satisfaction comes from the activity itself. It's inherently interesting or enjoyable to you.
Which is different from extrinsic motivation, where you're doing it for like a reward.
Right.
Or to avoid punishment.
Right. External factors are the driver money, grades, praise, pressure. SDT suggests intrinsic motivation is generally more sustainable and leads to better well-being.
Makes total sense. If you actually like doing something, you're probably going to stick with it longer. And you mentioned this isn't just a nice idea. There's actual research behind SDT.
Oh, definitely. Decades of empirical research support these core concepts across many domains and cultures. It's a well-validated theory.
So let's talk applications. Education seems like a big one. How does SDT fit in the classroom?
Well, think about it. If you give students some choice in how they learn or what projects they do that supports autonomy,
Okay.
help them build skills and feel successful with challenging tasks that builds competence,
Right.
and create a supportive, respectful classroom community that fosters relatedness. Do those things and you tend to see more engagement, deeper learning.
Yeah, I could see that. Helping kids feel capable and connected and like they have some say. What about the workplace? Similar ideas.
Very similar. Work environments that support autonomy, maybe through flexible hours or input on projects, tend to have more engaged employees.
And opportunities for professional development, for mastering new skills.
Yeah.
That hits competence.
Exactly. And fostering teamwork and a sense of community addresses relatedness. When those needs are met at work, you often see higher job satisfaction, better performance, less burnout.
It seems so straightforward when you lay it out like that. It even applies in therapy, right?
Yes, very much so. Rather than the therapist dictating solutions, SDT-informed therapy focuses on supporting the client's own motivation and goals.
Helping them find their own reasons for change.
Precisely. Empowering them, supporting their autonomy and their healing journey, aligning therapy with their values.
Now, something else our sources mentioned was culture. Does SDT look the same everywhere?
That's a great point. While the theory proposes these needs are universal, how they are expressed and satisfied can definitely vary across cultures. What feels autonomous might differ.
So there's nuance there. It's not a one-size-fits-all prescription.
Right. Context matters. And, like any theory, SDT has faced criticisms and has its limitations. It doesn't explain absolutely everything about motivation.
Good to keep in mind. But for making, say, long-term changes in behavior, like getting healthier or learning a new skill, focusing on the intrinsic side seems key.
Definitely. Tapping into why you truly want to make the change, finding enjoyment or value in the process itself, rather than just focusing on external rewards or pressures. That's the SDT approach.
And if you're trying to help others, kids, employees, whoever the idea of autonomy support comes up, what does that mean exactly?
Autonomy support is basically acting in ways that nurture another person's inner motivation. It involves things like taking their perspective, offering meaningful choices, providing rationale for tasks, and minimizing control or pressure.
So it's less about telling people what to do and more about empowering them.
Exactly. It's about creating the conditions where their own autonomy, competence, and relatedness can flourish.
Okay, so wrapping this up, the big takeaway seems to be that these three needs, autonomy, competence, relatedness are incredibly important drivers.
They really are foundational to our motivation and well-being.
And understanding the difference between doing something because you want to versus because you have to, that intrinsic motivation, that's powerful.
It's often the key to sustained effort and genuine satisfaction.
Right. So maybe a final thought for you listening. Take a moment to think about your own needs. How much autonomy, competence, and relatedness do you feel in your daily life?
And how might understanding those needs better influence the choices you make, both big and small?
Yeah. Which of those three really resonates most strongly with you right now? Something to mull over after this deep dive.